Guys, so today I'm really excited to share with you this punk rock Halloween tutorial. It's going to be a long one, so I'm going to show you the makeup, this really cool Mohawk hairstyle, and also an outfit to complete a Halloween look. So let's start off with the punk rock makeup. Now I was super excited to film this because I've been dying to use this cobalt blue color. So first I'm priming my eyelids. This is essential to make sure that your eyeshadows last all day long. So I'm just priming. And then I'm going to blend it in with my finger, and sorry my nails aren't painted in this video. Sorry, I am. So next I'm going to be taking a matte skin tone color, and I'm just going to be running it through my crease. This is just going to make the colors we apply later easier to blend out and not such a pain in the butt. So once I apply the color, now is for the super fun part. Now you could pick any color that you want, but I decided to use this cobalt blue color from the Urban Decay Vice palette because it just stood out to me. Okay, so what I'm doing is taking a flat shader brush and I'm patting this color all over my lid. And I'm not using sweeping motions because you want to make sure that the color is very pronounced and kind of even all the way throughout your lid. So I'm starting in the center and then working my way to the outer sides of my lid. And this is just going to make for like the most even color that you can get. Of course you can use any color for this, but I thought this color was just really striking. Next, what I'm going to do is use this other side of this brush that I have, and I'm going to blend out the edges a little bit. This is just going to make it easier when we put colors on top of it. So I'm just going to take a second to blend it. Next, I'm taking a kind of smoky charcoal gray color, and I'm using this to fill in a shape. A kind of rounded, I would say, cat eye shape. And I'm using this in my crease and bringing it out a little further. I'm just going to pack this color on until it's the way that I like it, and then I'm going to use that same blending brush and blend out any harsh edges. So I really like the combination of these two colors together. You want to make sure to blend out the edges, but not blend it out too much where you lose the definition between the blue and that charcoal gray color. So I'm just blending it a little bit. And then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so now I'm taking a matte highlight color and I'm putting it in my inner tear ducts and then using a clean fluffy brush to kind of blend it into the blue and the gray colors a little bit, just so there's no harsh lines. And then I'm going to be taking a pencil liner, and I'm just going to line my eyes. I'm going to do it thinner towards my inner corner and make it a little thicker as I go out, and then we are going to be smudging it out, so you don't need to make it super perfect, but just create a kind of thin to thick line. I'm going to take a really stiff kind of pencil brush with a little bit of a black shadow, and I'm going to be sweeping it on top of this eyeliner, and it's going to smoke it out a little bit as well as set the eyeliner so it doesn't budge throughout the night or the day. And it's also going to define your eyes a bit. The last step in this eye look, well, almost the last step, is to line your waterline, and you're also going to bring it down underneath your waterline and use the same stiff brush and some black eyeshadow to smudge it out a little bit so you have a really kind of smoky, vampy look going on. And you want to make sure to connect the edges to the top of your eye look so there's no gaps in between it. Lastly, all you have to do is curl your lashes and apply some mascara. I went out of frame for this clip, but you know how to do that. So, I'm just curling my lashes, and I'm going to apply two different mascaras for like the ultimate volume and false lash effect. And now we can move on to the face. So for the face, I didn't want to distract from the eyes, so I'm just using a light pink blush just for a little bit of flush on my cheeks. And then I'm going to be using a bronzer to heavily contour the sides of my cheekbones to make my cheekbones look really sunken in, and it gives you this more kind of hard kind of effect. So I'm making the little fishy face, and I'm using the side of a flat top brush to really contour my cheeks, and I'm going to bring the bronzer around my face, kind of framing my face as well as my temples and on the tip of my nose, all that jazz. So for lips, I was really confused as to what to use for my lips. So I decided to go with concealer to conceal the natural color, and then use use a pink lip gloss over the top just to give you a little more life back to your lips. And I'm also showing you that you really need to fill in your brows for this, since it is such a deep dark color. On to the Mohawk hairstyle. This is something I really wanted to play around with, so I figured that I would show you guys how I decided to do it. So I'm sectioning off a section on the top of my head, and this is going to go all the way back to my crown, and I'm going to be twisting that section out of the way so that we can work on a section below it. So I'm just going to clip that off. And this was really kind of difficult to do with that glove on, but I managed to do it. I didn't take it off. So I'm just pinning it in place, and that pin didn't work. Oh, it did. Okay, so I'm taking a section below the section that I just pinned up, which is right by the side of my ears. I'm going to follow that back, almost like you're doing like a half up, half down hairstyle. And you really want to slick these sections back. If this were Halloween night, I would spray a ton of hairspray on it to make it kind of glued to my head. But for now, I'm just slicking it back as tightly as I can. I'm going to use one of those really small hair elastics in the same color of my hair, and I'm just going to tie it into a really tight ponytail. You want to make sure to kind of keep the ponytail as high as you can on your head, and you'll know what I mean if you're going to try this out, and you just want to make sure you tie it super, 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 super tight. Get it? I think you got it. So after you tie that ponytail, you can now release the section that you have pinned crazily on top of your head, and we're going to tease that in small increments. So I'm just using a comb to tease, and I know this isn't a teasing comb, but it's all I have, so don't judge me. So now I'm teasing this back, and I'm going to do this in small sections, and you can make this poof as giant or as little as you want to. I went for like a kind of medium-sized one, but feel free to go crazy. So now I'm gathering it gently back with my hands, making sure the top is smooth, and I'm just going to secure it down with some bobby pins. You want to make sure to try and have the bobby pins as best as you can, but just, pin that down. Next, working on the Mohawk effect. So you're going to take those two sections that you have bobby pinned and tied, and you're just going to clip them off on top of your head just so they're not in the way, because it's kind of hard to work like that. Next, we're going to be making a series of small ponytails. So if you have thicker hair, you can make more than I did. I think I made 3 in total. So I'm securing those into really slicked back ponytails, just like I did the first ponytail. And this is going to create the kind of Mohawk effect. So you want to make sure the last ponytail doesn't sit down on your neck. You kind of want to bring it up as high as you can and tie it off with an elastic. Make sure that you do this tightly so you get the slicked back sides that you need. So next what you're going to do is let all of the hair down. What you can do here is tease your ponytail up as much as you would like, but I chose for a more kind of sleek version, and this is the finished hairstyle. It's actually a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and I really like the way it came out. So there's another look at it, and I think it goes really cool with the makeup. And lastly, we get to move on to my costume idea. So since I am particularly edgy with my fashion, I had a lot of this stuff in my drawer already. So I decided to wear a black bandeau, a black tight dress, and a motorcycle-esque jacket over it, which I actually showed in a fashion video the other day, but this is another way you can wear it. I wore one kind of arm glove, I'm not sure how to call this, but it's all lace and it makes it look really edgy and cool. I layered some rings on my fingers and added a kind of chain and leather-esque looking belt. It's not real leather though. Also, for my tights, for a really kind of grunged out effect, I wore some fishnets, which are kind of like making the camera crazy, and then some tights and some combat boots, of course, because no edgy look would be complete without combat boots. So here's a last look at the hair and the makeup and the outfit. I think this is really outrageous and really cool for Halloween. So let me know if you liked the video by leaving me a comment down below. Also by liking the video, it really helps me out a lot. Check the description bar for everything I used in this video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.